Welcome back to Pixitron. Sorry there's been a delay. I had a catastrophic motherboard failure. So, now we're operating with a brand new computer. Same memory, same hard drives, just a new motherboard. If you watched the mailbag videos, you saw that I purchased a Audigy Sound Blaster. It fits in the PCIe slot, but this caused an issue with modern hardware. So I guess it's not truly backward compatible, after all. And $900 later. Anyway. Today I thought we'd take stock on the Pixitron project to date and discuss all the various nuances of what I'm doing right now. So, Pixitron began as a Electron project. I actually don't have Atom.io installed. I'll have to install that. See, because I had to start all over, let's go ahead and get that. Ooh, a nice new version. Lovely. What a beautiful thing. Atom.io is by the GitHub people. It's pretty cool. It uses some other stuff. And, then there's Teletype. Teletype is so that two people can work on the same project at the same time and watch each other code. Yeah. Sounds cool. Would have been a dream in 1992, but not now. So I have a new mic setup, and a brand new mic, and a brand new mic holder, because I'm serious about this ish. Also, you might notice that you can see me now, because I've got a camera. I actually had the camera all along. I just didn't use it. But I thought this would be helpful to show you that there's really a person here, not just a godlike voice. Anyway, it's early in the morning. It's Saturday, and it's time to make some Pixitron. So we have some housekeeping things to do. The first thing we're going to do is, let me see here. Well, in order to convert our voxel models to sprites, we're going to have to use a program called vox2png, and the only way to do that is to use MSys to build it for GCC. Although I may have, let's see if I have it. I may have built it already on. Oh, I did. Alright, Pixitron, vox2png. Alright. Let's just make sure it works. We're going to do that. Oh, I'm going to have git. I need git. Alright, so we got atom.io, and it magically knew where Pixitron was, because some of the settings from Windows were retained. I don't need this or this. Great. Alright. So, Pixitron, yeah. Okay. Let's get Git for Windows. Git for Windows. Alright. It's time to download it. Yeah. Let's download that. So I'm going to show you some other cool stuff. Yeah. Well, I have multiple monitors here, so I'm never sure which monitor it's going to be on. Alright. Yeah. Nope. What's it say? Yeah. Use Vim. No, we're going to use Nano. We could use Notepad, but that's confusing. I need to get Notepad if I don't have it already. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. So what I did back there was I just check out as is, commit as is. So if you don't like that, you don't have to. All right. Symbolic links. Yeah, I don't care. All right, so we're going to get Commander. All right. It's a console editor, console emulator. This is optional. It's not really required. It's nice, though. It comes with Git, but I already just installed Git, right? So here's Git. The thing about Commander, though, launch Git bash. Well, no. Okay. Commander is a console emulator, and it lets you emulate a console. One thing you got to realize is that it's portable in the mini version. The thing with portable apps, I love a portable app. I really do. There's no need for all that installer bloat. But you have to make your own places. I just put it in a documents folder. It's actually Commander, I guess. So it's fun. And this will just let us run things on a command line. That's kind of fun. All right. There we go. Let's see if Git works. Git. Yeah, it works. All right. So we have Git, we have Commander, now we have this thing. Now we got to find vox2png. So I made vox2png. How did I make vox2png? Well, I guess in the background here, we're going to download msys. Or, this is not the place. Yeah, here. All right. Where to get it? There we go. All right. We're looking at msys now. So, MinGW, minimalist GNU for Windows, is a port of the GNU Linux stuff to a Windows environment. And in order to install it, I hate to use in order to, I'm sorry guys, pet peeve. To install it, you use msys, which is a minimal system. Now, there's all these different versions. For Qt, you would want to pick the one that corresponds to the Qt version you're using. But we're just going to go with whatever the default is. It would probably be not a good idea to use POSIX, but we will for now. It's better to use Win32 natively on Windows, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright, we're going to install this. It's not my favorite location, but that should be fine. Now, in addition to doing this step, there's a secondary install step where you run what is similar to an apt-get or synaptic package manager that allows you to download all the libraries and things that you want. Why am I doing this? Well, vox2png was built using GCC in msys, so create an executable. We can use it as it is, and that's fine. But we're actually going to do some automation with it. We don't even need to really get msys, but I'm going to do that in the background since I like to have it around. Let's bop over to the Pixitron folder, wherever that is. Here we go. All right. And in here, we've got our source material, and we have all of our Vox files. So I'm just going to put a copy of vox2png right in there. So how do you get... Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do at all. All right. Let's do it this way. All right, now, one thing I want to mention is, this step to build this is going to come later. We'll need it for that, and I guess I'll build it for you. But it's really specific to this attempt, right? So, anyway. All right, let's go to So it's like hybrid. Why did that work and then it didn't actually go there? Wait, where are we? F colon. Why does that not work? It's crap. Crap, I say. Fine. Now that we have Git installed, we can Git bash here. So there's our friendly Git bash. Very tiny. I'll zoom in. Okay. So we're in the right place. So, all right, there we go. vox2png. Not found. All right. vox2png.exe, and we'll just, well, let's do an ls startup vox. All right, there's the list. We're going to have to make a bash script. Call it voxit. All right. Hopefully this works. I don't know. And then we're going to do a couple other things. So we're going to grab this list. Ls start out vox minus a minus l. All right. We don't really want that, so let's see here. What we want is a list without the details. I don't know. What's that? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, here's the list. Just go through this real quick. Copy. Nano, voxit. Right. Paste. It's not the best editor for doing this, maybe. How about, do I have this? No. Alright, I'm going to go get Notepad++. My favorite editor for doing all sorts of fun things that you can't do in other editors, but I'm going to get this 32-bit version because, let's be honest, the 64-bit version does not have all of the plugins. One of the there's this thing called text effects that you can still find online that is a really good plugin. Lets you do all sorts of things by line and stuff. Hey, for those interested, I wrote my own editor. It's called Fedit. It's on SourceForge. You type Fedit, SourceForge. Probably going to see a couple of projects. But the one that with the lowercase here, I think is mine. Yeah. Fed. So, yeah. Has a couple of bugs. Don't use copy paste. It's for Linux terminals. It's not really. It's for when you're like logged into a Linux terminal over SSH or something. But it does some cool stuff. Alright. So, we got this. Right. So, okay. And then. Yep. All right. I like to change the settings here, style configurator, and I usually pick something dark. That's fine. I don't know if that's actually good. That's fine. It may not be fine, but it's fine for now. All right. I don't know if I can type that in again and have it work. Yeah. So we're just gonna open the file this way. We know that it's on F colon, and it's in development electron, Pixie, game. Where did it go? Yeah, okay. All right, then we're boxing it. Okay, so then what we're going to do is paste. Okay. And then I just have to get these all on their own lines. You know, an example would be like, look for all files and then just run it on the file, automatically renaming it. You can do this in a batch file or something, but I just don't feel like going through that with so little time. All right, so I'm going to look again at okay, input, output, and then this stuff. Horizontal puts all cells next to each other on the x-axis. Vertical does the same thing, but on the y-axis. Square goes left, right, top, bottom. What? Weird. Multi-file makes a different file for each cell. Okay. Well, horizontal's fine with me, but I'm not sure if you can do sprite sheets like that very easily in Pixie. So let's find out before we go and generate it. Let's just say Pixie. I mean, obviously a separate file is fine, but it seems like a lot of overhead. How about just Pixie v4 and then sprite sheet selection. Okay, it's under basics. Good. All right, what do we got? Okay, sprite sheets. Right. All right, so frames, and then that is in a bunch of separate files, and then animated sprite. Okay. But that's automatically playing it. How I set the actual frame number, you know? Like, this isn't animated in that way. Alright. What about, okay, tiling. Yeah, great. Alright, mesh moves. Yeah. V5. Oh man, when's that coming? How do you just display a particular? Okay, it's called movie clip. Currently, movie clip is pretty simple. Actually, there is that Pixie. So let me. Part of this is based on the work of a guy. Too many. We got okay, and then Retrofriends, and then yeah. Well, let's go on YouTube and find the guy. PixiJS 3D. Here we go. This guy. Right. So he has this code, but he hasn't really given a good example. That's right. It's APO trial. And he's got some repos. Pixies. Look at that. But yo, you were able to create it. Up. Layer Pixie was the name of it. He doesn't want you to have it. What a jerk. But I have it. Okay, so you gave this away. I don't know. Doesn't really have a license or anything, but I'm not going to be using it exactly, so whatever. Sprite stack, nice. So we do actually have to go get Electron. And we have to get Node. All right. Wow, that's quick. Yeah, how's our MSys going? MSys. I think I don't know. Let's see if Layer Pixie shows up on GitHub now that he deleted it. Oh, it's right there. Oh, and now it looks like I wrote it because his one's gone. It's no longer. All right, so we do have it. It is out there. Let's look at it in the repo. Yeah. So, there's probably some way to get this thing working. Maybe it's only half done. I don't know if I care. You know, so we have a couple of options, I guess. We can go through this, and maybe I will. But yeah. So he's got a ping. So let's look at these files. Let's see what they look like. That's fine. All right. So yeah, it's a bunch of different stacks. He's got it in a horizontal. So all right. Well, now we know, right? So he did it in the horizontal. It's too bad that looks like he's making a game here. Let's see what I can get. Well, I'm not going to compile it, but whatever. I guess he wants to sell it or something. All right. See, you put it online, people take it. I don't know. I saw his thing. It inspired me to do something. I would never have obviously sold his game or anything like that. But, it's just stupid. Like, you could just leave that, like, half-done thing, and then people would be able to play with it. You know? Rhombic dodecahedral honeycomb. That sounds cool. Sanic, a very professional project. Is it? Is it? Oh, it's Sonic. Wait, what? Yeah, he goes to school. Oh, he's not there anymore. Or maybe he just, I'm not into games anymore, man. Nope, he's gone. He left UC Santa Clara. All right, well, that's fine. Have a good life. You know, you have no money now. You know, you don't have to work your way up. It's good. I know how it feels. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Goodbye. All right, so then obviously we're going to do it in the horizontal mode. I don't really care if it's in pseudo-3D so much, but whatever. I was only going to do 4-way rotations. I thought that would be fine. But I don't know. There's other projects I want to work on, and maybe I'll start those videos soon, but I don't want people to think I'm giving up on this. Yeah. Alright, so let's just run it and demonstrate it. So, went down that road. Alright, so back to this. Remember this? Alright, so then we're going to take this. I use the Alt key to do that, and then we're going to stick it there. Alright, now in here, we're going to do a find replace. We're going to replace ping with, or vox with ping. Alright. Oh, it did it all over because it sucked. So let's do this. We've got this in memory. Now we're going to do the vox to ping, replace all. And then we're going to go back here and we're going to paste that in there. Alright, it's a little bit messy, but to do that properly, now we're going to just write vox to ping. Obviously, it was automated. I guess he did that so he could have like hot refresh in a way, or whatever. Every time he starts the game, it would rebuild the asset tree. But let's get back to our git bash here. Alright, I don't know if this is going to work. If not, we'll convert it to a batch file, or and we can just actually paste it. Just paste it. Oh yeah. Right. Gotta do that. Alright. That's right. Alright. Paste. Alright, did it. Wrong pings. I mean, wrong pings. Wrong pings. See, this is silly. So, yeah. Listen, nobody comments on these videos yet. If there's been one guy who's like interested in following along, and I like that, and I hope other people will come later and see these videos and learn something. But I might add some other stuff to this video series. Like, for instance, I mean, I still want to make it same source code or whatever, but I want to get some other stuff going on with the normally I would be working on a couple of projects that are related that aren't written in this way, and I don't know, I have to think about that because I don't release the source code to that one, and I don't know. Alright, so we did the thing. Did it work? It says bad pings. Wrong pings. What does that mean? Alright, so there it is. And this is the Alpha Man. Let's zoom in. How do I zoom? There we go. That's weird that he's got, I guess it's not the right color. I'm not sure why it's purple inside. You know what's interesting about this method is that you can actually see the inside a little bit, whereas normally you wouldn't be able to see the inside. You'd only see the exterior. It's also the wrong color. Yeah. So this has so far been kind of a failure. All right. Well. So. Wrong pings. So weird. Well, this is obviously a very experimental end of things. So I actually had some other ideas about how to do this. And one of the things is that I already have an extensive game engine written in C++. And one of the side projects of that is 8. Oh, crap. Let me find where it is now. Maybe it's on Q. Hold on. There's 8 in here somewhere. Well, let's use the... So this is everything search. It's real useful. 8.slum. Right. So, got this... this is where it is. Okay. I'm going to put 8 on the Q drive. And... for those non-familiar, you know, I mean, whatever. You saw my voxels. I'm not giving up on those guys. So, oh man, I'm tired. All right, so what I want to do is I want to make my own voxel animator in 8, and it'll be like an automated exporter. So instead of doing pseudo-3D, or maybe we'll still even do pseudo-3D, I can support that format. That's not an issue, but with previews and stuff. I mean, the 8 editor has a couple of small problems that I'll work with, but generally, like, it works pretty well. I mean, you can get what you need out of it. But I want to add a voxel section that supports Magic of Voxel and imports it as a 3D model and lets you maybe even edit voxels, but Magic is pretty good. But anyway, once you've got these parts that you're making in Magica, you could bring them in and animate them in some way, and then export the defined objects. And then I guess later we could write something in. So it's going to make a mesh. Instead of a vox, it'll be a mesh with vertex color data and some other facets to it, like the ability to take an arm and move it independently of the body. So you could just make the body parts that make an animated model inside of 8, and then export it as a more traditional model format. I'm not sure what model format we're going to use. FBX comes to mind, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like some custom JSON format. Really should get to that, so we'll see what we can do there. But it's well, it looks like this. I don't even know if I have Visual Studios in there. All right. Okay. So I'll show this to you. 1 second. It's in another window. Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't do that much this time. You know, I think people who are willing to go through these videos one after another, I appreciate your attention, your attempts to learn things. I mean, I think you do learn little things along the way. But, you know, you can follow along. You can do the things that I do with a slight, you know, branching. And, you know, the reason I started this series is because I kind of got fed up watching Handmade Hero. That guy says a lot of things that I don't think are true, or he goes into details that I just don't care about. And that's fine. Casey? I don't remember. Yeah, I think it's Casey Muraturi. Anyway, good luck to him, but it's just 400 videos in, he's just not. I mean, maybe he is good at it. maybe that's only 400 hours in, but I feel like he works on it a lot and doesn't get a lot out of it. It's hard to concentrate when you're on video, but it's not that hard. If I just do what I'm doing and someone can benefit from that, I'm glad of that. So anyway, this is the 8 tool, and needs to be released on Steam. I have a couple of other projects. I'm going to be what? Oh. Yeah. Let's retarget it, I guess. Hold on, retarget. How about that one? Okay. So like 8 is Atlas Tile Editor. You can buy it on Steam. It's like $5. And it just does some useful stuff that's, you know, admittedly some of them... what's going on here? Okay. Let's take those out then. Yep. I guess OpenGL got updated or something. It's rare on Windows machines. The thing with this, using Visual Studio to build things, is it's like sucky. It just sucks. I haven't yet. I mean, I think Node and Pixitron, like, that's all great stuff. What? None of this is working? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Tools, views. I mean, this is the problem with software. Is like, how many times do I have to describe it to the computer? Like, we're just telling the computer over and over again these like minute details of things that like are so abstract. It's kind of a waste. I've spent a lot of my life doing this, and it's like no one's ever gonna read this, you know. I mean, you will, but like, this isn't like a novel or, you know, any of that. It's just get integer v, you know. Anyway, this is problematic here. Why are these undefined? Am I not using glue? Wait a minute. What is happening here? Alright, I gotta get the build. Right, stop the build. Clean. Obviously some things are missing, and I'll have to deal with that for hours. I mean... Anyway. Alright, well. Thanks for keeping up the good fight, and I'll try to add some of these features to 8. Thought about maybe using Qt, something else, but everything I turn to has some nuance or issue. So that's life, though, right? Anyway, I don't give up, and I'm definitely going to add these features to one of these things. Okay. We'll investigate this. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. We'll be back soon. No interruptions. It should be fine.